Welcome to another episode of Dr. Simi. Dr. Simi is a luxury health, wellness, and leadership brand designed specifically for you to bring you actionable information, products, and services to help you live your lives to the fullest. Today, we're going to talk about mental health, and in particular, depression and anxiety. I'm really pleased that these topics have become easier to talk about in the last year. I think before that, there was a massive stigma attached to mental health, particularly in the Black community. We have to be able to talk about these things and to be able to identify and provide support and treatment early on. So did you know that depression was one of the most common illnesses globally? And did you also know that Black people suffer from depression and anxiety more than their white counterparts? It's difficult to believe because we don't talk about it, because we smile and we believe that we are cured of it. So what are the symptoms to look out for? Again, it's not just a day's sadness. It has to be persistent sadness lasting at least 2 weeks. And also the inability to take pleasure from anything in life. You know, things that you used to enjoy and you wake up and you can't even think of facing them. Those are indicators of depression. Of course, there are many other symptoms. So disrupted sleep, not eating very well, or overeating. When people say they are stress eating, can be a sign of depression. You know, not wanting to be alive, self-harming, various reasons, unable to concentrate, unable to remember anything, so forgetfulness, and just thinking of committing suicide. Suicide is particularly common in men. So men don't exhibit depression the same way as women do. So it's important to recognize the differences. Anxiety can also be mixed into the picture. So where you're worrying, maybe you're worrying about your finances, you're worrying about your children, you're worrying about everything, things you have no control over. You're also very irritable, so you get annoyed very easily. You might be having palpitations, just unable to relax, unable to settle down. If you have any of these symptoms or you see this in other people, it's important that you seek help. Now, what should you do if you suspect that this is the case? Talk about it. I think it's so important to have supportive friends, not people that will look at you and think, oh, maybe you are not really serving God and that's why you have depression and anxiety, because that's not the case. Even people who are spiritual suffer from mental health problems. So talk to somebody, find a friend. Remember that, as I said before in another episode, so look for that episode, that exercise is a treatment for mild to moderate depression. So that's when you need to put in an exercise routine, put it in your diary, schedule it. Speak to your doctor. Sometimes you might need to have some counseling, a professional counselor, not just someone who thinks they know. And medication sometimes is a last resort and is useful and is effective. There's nothing wrong with taking medication for mental health problems. You will take medication for a headache, so there's nothing wrong with this. There's so many other things to discuss, but we're going to keep it short today. So what I would like you to do is, if you think you're suffering from any of these symptoms, that you sign up for a virtual consultation with us and see if we can help. Or if you have a healthcare professional or provider that you use, that you go and meet them and find some help today, because that can unlock and make your future much, much better. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I know it's not as cheerful as usual, but it's a very important one. If you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and your family. Connect with us on all our social media handles at Dr. Simi on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Join the community, share your experience, share your solutions that you might have. Also, if you need help, go to our website, www.dr-simi.com. Sign up for a virtual consultation. Diagnosis can be made virtually and you can get help that way. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.